I'm Ethel Knowldege from Swaziland. Yeah, thank you for the ideas you have shared. We have learned a lot from all your ideas, and I really appreciate the work done in all the countries. PFI is doing tremendous work, and what I've experienced and what I've observed is that PFI national ministries in different countries has got a wealth of experience. There are volunteers or members of PF ministries who are highly experienced and highly skilled. My question is, has PFI thought of a way of sharing these experiences within the ministries? Like if we have skills that can be shared in other ministries, like in developing ministries, if we can have the skills shared within the ministries, I think that will be very, very helpful, especially to us, coming from developing ministries. Thank you.
Ethel, the first answer is this is exactly what this program is about. Sharing the best practice, and you'll be able to access this video and the other ones whenever Barry has prepared them and get that skill. Certainly, on behalf of PFI, we are committed to helping those developing ministries and the strong ministries all to become more effective. Are there any comments or reflections for you guys in relation to that, sharing and helping ideas? Hands?
Well, one of the things I remember when I became involved in Prison Fellowship, it was 1995, so 12 years ago, not 14, but 12 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a convocation in Washington.
Yeah.
And I was there for 2 weeks, after training of 1 week, and then the convocation. And I had a big headache. Because you had seen so wonderful things, wonderful stories. But then you are back in your own country, and you see all the problems you can't solve. And I can imagine that there are other countries here who are in the same position because of funds or people or situation in the country suffering from war and all kinds of things. So it's not enough to say, it was nice meeting you, I will pray for you, or we will send an RST team to you. I think somehow we must look for relationships and at the same time keeping the responsibility in the country, because this is one of the strongest points of Prison Fellowship, in my opinion, although it was not happy for me to learn it in the beginning because I was looking for funds in order to get funds. This is the problem of every starting organization. But still, the responsibility is in the country. And I kept saying to myself, if money is the problem, it's to overcome. But you need people with whom you can talk, and a long-term relationship, just by mail or visits or what else. So I actually would motivate people to look for somebody to build up a relationship, a kind of mentoring of sharing experiences. I think we are not sitting here because we have the answers. At least I don't. I have more questions than answers. We went through a SWOT process, strengths, weakness, opportunities and threats. We identify 15 strong points and 45 weak points. So we have a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
And maybe the bigger you grow, the more problems you will get. So to ministries that are just starting, go on and set your priorities.
The bigger you grow, the more problems, but the more things that are done as well.
Absolutely.
Are there any other questions from
I think
the...
to add on that, when Tim was presenting the strategic plan in the morning, he did also mention some of the plans that are there in, trying to identify national ministries that are doing the same thing, so that they can come together and share. And I can't just remember the word that he used, but it's a concept of
affinity groups.
That's right.
Affinity
where
groups.
if national ministries are doing similar things, why not meet together and share? That's a good plan, and I think that will respond to her question.
Could I also add that, I have two really good experiences in this. We wanted to make a submission on a faith-based prison here in one of our Canadian provinces. And we went to the Restorative Justice Centre, and they got information for us from every faith-based prison around the world and got it to us. And then we were able to then take that information and condense it and look at it so we didn't have to start all over again. Second was sycamore tree. We didn't have sycamore tree here. And we had been introduced to Jackie. And we then were put in the network of people who did sycamore tree and received all this wealth of information of what worked, what didn't work, so we didn't have to start from scratch. So I have found on those two occasions, reaching out and asking, I received a flood of information and help back.